What is up, Cinephiles, and welcome back to Screen Kings. For today's movie review, let's talk about a musical drama film called Jazzman's Blues, directed by Tyler Perry, now streaming on Netflix. This is a tale of forbidden love and family drama spanning over the course of 50 years, and it starts first in the 1937 Georgia, where a young black man named Bayou, played by Joshua Boone, makes the mistake of falling for a pretty girl named Leanne, played by Solea Pfeiffer, a black woman who's not enough to pass up as a white person. So this is your old-fashioned melodrama, and as expected, it will yank at your heartstrings, possibly a little bit aggressive or a bit over at times, because it falls in that melodramatic category when you see these plot elements bringing together. We have this dysfunctional family. Bayou here has a troubled home life. He is not accepted by his stepfather and his half-brother. Then there's this major plot line of the star-crossed lovers who are caught in this American racism, and they're mostly defined by their desire for escape to elope together. And you see a couple of women here who resent each other for varying different reasons. So I would say the dialogue here, the screenplay, is written in such a way that it kind of over enunciates the emotions brought by the characters. There are a lot of heartfelt deliveries, emotional confrontations, and some shocking secrets that will be revealed later on. So this one, I'm not saying that this might not be your type of film, but it takes a certain kind of audience to be pleased at the subject matter, because this is without being reductive, I'm just gonna say it, this is another black trauma film, and I'm not saying that we don't need any kind of stories like this these days. I mean, personally, I still like watching this type of content every now and then, being reminded, but you know, there is also a demographic of people who wants to see the black people painted in a different light. We know that the early 1900s is already a tough time for them, so to see it rehashed, some films have already done it better. So my question is there anything else to add to the conversation, add to the discourse? So don't get me wrong, films like this are still important to the community, especially to the blacks, but I was looking for more subtlety and nuance. And once I realized that this is not the kind of film that it's going for, you might have to temper those expectations. But what elevates this melodramatic story into a movie quality here is the handsome production values, from the fields to the crowded cities. Clearly, Netflix sees the potentials in this, so Tyler Perry is granted a lavish budget to bring it to life, to capture the essence of what it is to live in that era without excessively romanticizing it. Personally, my favorite scenes here occur in a bar where a lot of black people are gathered. I think there's just a lot of joy to be found in those scenes. And again, the message of the film is admittedly on the nose. Apart from the racism against black, there is also a character here who's a Jew who fled from Russia, I think, or Germany, to escape the Holocaust. So all that message that racism is bad is definitely absorbed by the audience. Does it have anything more interesting to say or something revelatory to say about racism? I mean, at this point, it's really hard to pull off something new. It just keeps hammering that message. And because this is a depressing and such a serious affair, I'm looking for those moments of levity, and when the film only gives it sporadically, that's when I felt the length of the film. So there is definitely a strain here for a 2-hour runtime. But what made me moderately enjoy this film is the casting, specifically the lead here, Joshua Boone, who I have not seen before. He gives off a charming performance, someone that you can definitely root for, and he has a nice singing voice, and the chemistry is really intense and palpable here with Solea Pfeiffer. And the rest of the cast, though most of them are unlikable, the standout for me is definitely Amirah Vann as the protective mother of Bayou. I also like here the character of Ryan Eggold as the Jew that I'm talking about earlier. And if there's any complaint that I have when it comes to the casting, the lead actors Joshua Boone and Solea Pfeiffer are playing the 17-year-old versions of themselves. I felt like they should have cast younger actors for that. And as for the music, The jazz music and the performances are lovely. I think they are arranged and produced by Terence Blanchard, though jazz music is not really my thing. And personally, one song here that I would just seek after watching this film is the pop song, the pop version played towards the credits version. But yeah, overall, I think if you are in the mood for something that's just an emotional viewing experience, go see this movie. This one is clearly deeply personal for Tyler Perry, but sometimes it feels a bit over sentimental for my taste, so I'm gonna give this one a middling score of 3 out of 5. This is definitely a tough and heavy watch, so make sure you're in the right mindset if you're watching this film. But yeah, how about you guys? Have you seen A Jazzman's Blues? Let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't yet for our weekly content. Thank you so much guys for watching. Until then, I'll see you all on the next one.